Welcome back to Assault on Dragon Keep. Joining me this week is returning member Zarhon.
Hello.
DragonTrainer.
Hey.
And the Greater Aerie.
Hello, everyone.
And this week we're actually getting back to the main freaking quest. How about that?
What was the main quest again?
Denial, Anger, Initiative, where we have to go find the Queen so that we can bring light back to the world.
And you start off with fighting guys who bring swords to them fight.
Well, or bows to a more ranged fight, but yeah, the same basic idea. Since we've done all the side quests in the area, where all the regular, random encounters start showing up, and, well, I just can't run by them.
You did the crumpets as well? I mean, this looks like a new area.
Apparently there aren't... The Crumpocalypse quest doesn't seem to have anything in this area, so it kind of skips one.
Yeah.
I had to
By the way,
look up what crumpets were.
By the way, I love the music from this area. It's like suddenly turns serious and stuff.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah. And here we have skeletons getting owned
Yeah, these...
Dead.
and punched.
Yeah, these skeletons are just far and away the bane of my existence. Just they move fast. They're thin, so they don't have a very large hit profile, and
They have shields. Do those shields actually do anything?
yeah, the shields do block bullets.
Oh, your main weapon.
Pretty much.
What is that thing?
Undead have always been sort of like...
Is that a rocket launcher or the orange thing, not the sniper?
Oh yeah, that's a rocket launcher I was holding back there. The new one I got very recently. It shoots fire rockets.
The only kind of rockets. The real kind of rockets.
Imagine if a rocket, had a napalm payload. That's kind of what I'm dealing with. And also if, when the rocket was out of ammo, I could just throw it and it would explode. And I would magically get teleported to a new one. That's basically what we're dealing with.
So the equivalent of throwing your sword or something.
Yeah, something like that.
And now you're fighting basilisks. Aren't they supposed to petrify or something?
I think basilisk is more basically a term for a young dragon type
Lizard.
thing. They don't have any petrifying ability.
Which is...
Good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is good. I hated that in Boulder's Gate.
Yeah. Luckily I had a blind spell, so I just blinded them and they couldn't,
Oh, that works?
Yeah, also your familiar is immune to their spells, so you can just have your familiar there, and at one point their AI will crack, and they'll try to charge him in melee.
Won't work unless Roland's here. We should probably just take a break until Roland shows up.
But it is a real pain.
Roland's not.
Gotta save scum a lot.
The gatekeeper says.
More orcish scroll.
It's just me or does...
Hey, people are talking.
Reads, retrieve the white knight, for only he can open the way.
And I know just where he is. Waypoint.
So now we have to find the White Knight.
Yeah. It's just me or does that gatekeeper Davlin guy looks like Elvis?
Kind of, I guess. In the way that people with greased hair generally kind of look like Elvis, but not that much.
What is that electric stuff that just hit you?
Some kind of electric projectile. I didn't actually see who shot it. I just started running. Not dealing with that. Alright, back through the graveyard again, but fortunately all the skeletons seem to have stopped caring.
It's like they died.
I was wrong. Alright, that's the way forward, but I'm going to see what's off to the side here real quick. It's some chests and a little vault mark. Every
Vault.
Yeah. You know, there's challenges for finding all the hidden vault symbols in the map, but generally I don't go for them.
Why'd you shoot the chest?
I was afraid
That's-
something might come out of it,
That's how you always
don't
do
be.
in chess.
Yeah.
or the
Actually,
chest
Don't be
might,
ridiculous.
you know, come to life and try to eat me. It's a
What is the
legitimate
chance
fear,
of
okay?
that happening?
No,
Totally
I thought it was a
happened.
mimic the moment you shot it.
Please, we're not saying anything.
If there's one thing I absolutely hate, it's mimics. Just with a passion.
And blimps. And blimps, apparently.
Yeah, I feel kind of guilty about that.
Ammo
No,
shot?
I've only seen mimics in like MMORPGs. I've never come across one in a tabletop RPG.
In all of his handsome, heroic glory.
Oh, hello.
Is he wielding a two-handed sword?
Does this make Roland a GMPC?
We'll talk later. Help me fight this thing.
So many dragons. Oh hey, Roland, the knight
So-
is using guns. That's convenient.
So yeah, Roland, who died in the main campaign, is now an NPC in Tina's tabletop campaign.
How'd you just die? Or get sick? How'd you get down?
Oh, I was hit by damage over time. But I'm kind of not focusing on that because something very odd is going on.
Eh?
Another demon victim.
Green dragons.
I wonder if this is just the place where all the people who died in the main story come
Well,
back
it's
to life for some reason.
it's Tiny Tina's imagination, and she's kind of refusing to admit that Roland, well,
Kick the bucket.
yeah.
Oh, I was thinking it was some sort of purgatory. I mean, no, I know it's.
Jody, you're the best.
I thought
I owe you.
to extend it. Sorry.
This can't be healthy. You fought well, girl. I'll
Roland.
be honored as hell to join your quest.
Roland doesn't talk like that.
He does when I'm voicing him, girl.
Yes, for shizzle. Now let's go.
Shizzle.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, at least
About-
he's the prettiest knight
I
ever.
was in that blimp looking for the queen.
I've always wondered if Tina is actually doing the voices, like actually
So, who's this
mimicking
queen
the
anyway?
voices
What are we
perfectly, or
She's the most beautifulest woman in history.
Probably not.
Shorty's got legs for days.
Wow, that was unhelpful. Tina?
Yeah.
Tina!
Sorry. Just thinking about them legs.
Tina's weird.
That
Stay
that kind of sums it up and simultaneously says nothing.
I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's probably smart. Alright, so now we're following imaginary revived Roland.
White knight, stand here and raise thy sword, good sir.
Roland's carrying a sword crossed with an assault rifle, basically to clear that up.
Oh?
He seems to be that, two-handed paladin that every so often shows up in a campaign table. He's a complete jerk.
No, Roland's good. He
He's a
fights skeletons and isn't afraid of anything. I mean,
he's a pretty cool guy.
Did you just say heart or cross-shaped assault rifle?
something like that.
Doesn't that remind you of someone? Wolfwood from Trigun.
Alright. I didn't actually watch that, so... Lost on me. Oh, how did he get all the way up there?
He's a GMPC.
Actually-
He can do whatever he wants.
I was shopping and he just darted up the hill. Frickin' jerk.
The power of faith.
Like I said, two-handed paladin that turns out to be a jerk.
And he didn't even fight any of these skeletons that are on the path. What the crap is going on?
Typical
Yeah,
GNPC.
So useless. Might as well be dead or something.
Well, you know, Roland's turret's pretty useful. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, it refills health and ammo, so. But
The turret's more useful than he is.
you know, I can't even argue with that. I love Roland, I do, but I can't argue with that. Alright, so let's
There's a lot of gems the queen keeps leaving behind. I mean,
Faster than
where
you?
does she keep them? Where does she keep all
Is
those
Roland-
gems?
Is Roland faster than you? Even though he's
I don't
like
think so.
wearing he's wearing full-plated armor, isn't he?
Holds all the good and natural magics of the world. The queen must have come here to reverse the sorcerer's curse.
That's pretty sweet.
Well, to be fair,
Not here.
The writings say we could reverse the curse ourselves with a simple ritual. Give me the blood fruit. We shall reverse the curse. Then
He's gotta be the sorcerer.
don't be ridiculous. I mean, all he wants is some blood fruit.
And apparently,
Oh, and-
apparently this evil curse can be very easily undone with just, you know, by just a couple of schmucks who have no idea how magic works. Don't need the Queen of Light for anything.
Which Roland is probably faster than you because you're carrying how much money and how much ammunition and weaponry? Like a ton.
God, this is just like in Samurai Jack where Aku takes the shape of a small hermit.
Yeah.
And then starts talking about how awesome he is in the background.
Yeah.
Alright.
Allah.
3 hours ago. She's already in my tower. Thanks for helping me.
No, Aliyah, I mean. I really like handsome sorcerer's picture.
Nikki was actually the handsome sorcerer all along? Plot twist!
Wait, what? That makes zero sense.
Plot twist!
Yep. The end.
So authentic.
Yes.
Alright, so now we gotta deal with these 4... Not just one, but 4 of these giant ghost kings that... and of course all the, you know, smaller skeletons supporting him, which do not make life easy, especially when you're soloing this DLC. And I just died.
Short deal. So, was LP over, I guess? Oh wait.
You're not getting out of this that easy.
Oh. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
No wonder Roland's alive.
So that purgatory argument.
Suddenly got a bit more credible.
Yeah. Yes. Is he shooting eye lasers at you?
Yes, he is. All the giant skeletons can do that.
Reminds me a lot of the actual Skeleton King from Diablo.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
You know, I can't help but think that Tina's holding a grudge for something. Maybe because of that salad incident.
That would explain a lot.
Yes. Although she did say, like, you need it for this fight, so... And she's actually quite, pretty much right. You'd probably be quite a bit in trouble at this point if you didn't have Roland.
Yeah.
I've been wondering about this. Why isn't he just turning undead?
Well, I guess he's not really a proper paladin. You know, basically the only things he's got going for him is that, 1, he's got that turret, which is great, and 2, he's apparently invincible. Like, nothing's gonna bring him down.
He's just
Well, then you
casting
bring-
lay on hands on himself all the time.
Yeah. Let's just lead the enemies into Roland then.
Well, he doesn't actually deal that much damage on his own, apparently.
Well, yeah,
Well-
but like,
That,
so they don't
that,
hit
little,
you.
that occasional pew 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 of an assault rifle, not really doing anything.
The
Yeah.
tank's job is not to do damage, it's to soak damage.
Yeah, and,
Exactly.
and collect aggro, and except he's not doing that either. Everything's shooting me.
You can't
Well-
exactly tank as well using a two-handed weapon.
Well, you can't expect the DM to have the enemies attack his own GMPC.
Yeah, that makes way too much sense too. All right, so that's one Ghost King down, and you got 3 more to go. Oh, for God's sake.
Wow. This one's King. What's that?
Krona.
Rona.
Can you order Roland around? Because
No.
that's generally what would happen in a tabletop RPG.
Yeah. Also, are those skeletons? Those are skeletars.
Yeah,
They
the
don't look
immortal,
like-
the immortal skeletons can actually level up a bit,
Yeah.
and the
No.
Skeletars, they're next level.
Uh huh. So, what? They're cows or something?
I
Yep.
don't know.
You got those. You got big minotaur heads on.
I didn't get to that one
Yeah.
in time.
I think there's skeletons, skeletons, skeletars. What's next? Skellington?
Good one. I wasn't expecting that. I'm just not doing any damage to these guys. They're resisting just about everything I can throw at them. They resist slag. They resist, corrosive. They resist fire. It's ridiculous. Electricity.
Try a sword.
I don't have a sword.
Then use your fists.
Exactly.
A full party would be so useful. You just have the most useless member go around pulling swords out.
Oh, that
Yes.
would. If Roland could at least have the, intelligence to do that, to take the swords out of the immortal skeletons, that would make everything worth it.
Amazingly, you probably can do that in co-op. Someone shoots, the other takes out the swords, or distracts everything.
But right now, it's just me.
Okay.
I'm all in. Oh!
And
Ding.
ding!
Nice.
Oh,
And that-
apparently you're as strong as Loth is.
And putting that straight into shield capacity.
What are those? What's that glowy thing?
Oh, at this point in the game, they introduce the shrines that are basically, little spots that you can pay 1 iridium to get a temporary buff. These in particular are ammo shrines, which regenerate your ammo.
Oh yeah, because that's a thing apparently. I mean,
Yeah.
how often do you actually run out of ammo in this game? Apart
Depends.
from,
Depends on the weapon.
yeah.
And I just blew myself up with a reload there. But I'm a little too, my mind's a little too fried to care at the moment. Because these kings are not dying.
They're already dead.
Not
Oh hey,
dying.
it's King Seth. Seth Green.
Or any other sets.
Nope, I'm pretty sure it's Seth Green. Because he's badass.
Whatever you say.
Yep.
Going back to the turret to get some health, and I mean, look at that. I'm dealing no damage to this guy. It takes forever to whittle down. And then, the head pops up, and I gotta kill that.
Yeah.
Well, you're doing pretty well against the heads. I mean,
Yeah, they're not really giving me any trouble, but
especially when you snipe like that.
yeah.
At this point, I'd be sneaking a peek into the monster manual.
Yeah. It's like, where are you getting this monster from?
Yeah.
He
Homebrew.
resists everything? That can't be right. Alright, one more king to go, and it looks like there aren't too many other minions around. So all I have to worry about is...
Yeah, do they summon? Do they summon them or do they like show up?
I think they just show up. Well, they kind of show up in waves according to each Ghost King, but oh man,
This one doesn't have any.
yeah, which that's a blessing I'll count. Thank you.
Yeah. What's this guy holding? Is that a
Giant
Axe?
mace axe? It's a mace axe.
Yeah.
yes? An
It
axe.
does
mage.
extra damage against skellies and extra damage against everything.
It does slashing and bludgeoning damage. Also lasers.
Ugh. This is just kicking my butt. There's nothing I got that's gonna work against this guy. That he resists everything.
Punch him.
Yeah, I don't want to get close to that. Wait a minute.
Feels like we walked into Army of Darkness.
Wait a minute. Oh. My regular weapons work actually quite well against. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, that's quite.
Oh. I should have been using those from the start, shouldn't I?
Oh well.
Probably.
If you watch Trigun, you'd know,
Wild West weapons beat medieval ones any day.
But guns that shoot acid and fire apparently inferior in this situation? Just blows my mind.
Yeah, I think it's like it's when something's too advanced, it's useless against something primitive, but not if it's. But if it's only like the next step, for instance, from medieval to Western, it's super effective.
That makes zero sense, Zarhon.
You'll need to cut through the dwarven slave mines to
well,
reach
think of
its
Army of Darkness. A
Well-
shotgun is a nice Western fallback.
I mean,
Well,
Yeah.
where did the
I mean-
revolver come from? Because all your other weapons, you got them like, you know where you got them from. You picked them up off the ground. Where the revolver come from?
I don't think I have time to explain digistructing to you, but basically it's holographic inventory.
magic.
Yeah, I might just call it hammer space.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's why it's the best weapon in the game.
Oh hey, loot.
Yay, some chests. And more chances to worry about mimics! Okay.
Oh,
I'm
please.
I'm almost certain that this is the spot where we see our first mimic. But okay, so far so good.
Well, yeah, I'd say the last one would be
Yeah,
mimic.
the one
But
at the center.
what are the odds of that? I
Like
mean,
the first one. Oh.
Oh hey.
Okay.
Ha ha.
Are you sure there are mimics?
There are, I swear. And they scare the crap out of me every single time.
I think you're just getting paranoid.
No,
Yeah.
you're going to see mimics at some point. At some point in this DLC, there are going to be mimics. I promise.
Sure they are.
Yeah.
And,
Right.
and until I finally start seeing them for sure, I'm gonna keep jumping away from treasure chests.
Yes. Yes. From loot.
No.
Okay.
I think these are instead of basilisks.
Be more concerned about the whole canyon falling down upon you. I mean, the oldest EM fallback in the book is rocks fall, everyone dies.
Well, so far we're following the rails just fine, it seems. So I don't think we're in danger of having rocks thrown at us.
Plus we're in open space, so there's always a chance to jump out of the way of rocks.
And besides, there's lots of basilisks to worry about.
Be surprised. My
Do these
favorite.
guys teleport?
No, they jump really high and really far. After the Skeleton Kings, I am just having a grand old time with these basilisks. They,
Yeah, you're one-shotting them.
pretty much. And I'm pretty sure that that level design wise, I'm pretty sure that's entirely the intention. Is just to have a little.
Yeah, actually, that's pretty much basics of game design, like tension. After a boss, we always like give the player a chance to relax. Unless it's something like a horror game, of course, in which case.
Well, even then, it's just same principle, different
Yeah.
method. But let's not get into game design theory. I went to school for that for 3 years. I'm not
Oh.
not 100% interested in having another hours-long discussion. So we're off to the Mines of Avarice to find the dwarves.
That looks good and dwarfy.
And
Hazardous equipment.
listen,
What
to
about
the,
the
listen
environment?
to the music on this. It's got this, this freaking horn section that's just...
You enter the Dwarven mines. You hear the anguished wails of the sorcerer's political prisoners and enslaved dwarves. These mines house Ragnar, king of the dwarves and leader of the anti-sorcerer resistance. Mayhaps, if you talk to the dwarves, you could join forces and become unstoppable, mayhaps.
Don't worry, boys. My charisma is off the charts. I'll convince him to...
Lily. Whoever rolls highest will talk to him. Throw them dice.
20!
Ooh, sorry, Dwarf. Looks like Brick's gonna talk to the Dwarf King.
I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh, what's the worst that can happen? He's playing the prettiest siren.
Yeah, what could possibly go wrong when the punch-happy player needs to apply diplomacy?
Yeah. By the way, I thought about something. I mean, when you start the DLC, you pretty much bring your own weapons with you.
Yeah.
And stuff. So and here you like use your actual money to buy stuff. You're kind of literally bribing the DM, aren't you? You're like literally giving Tina money to gain a benefit.
Something like that, yeah. That might be that in this, in this future, it might just be in the rules that you can,
You can gain an advantage by giving the DM money.
Because if you live the Vault Hunter lifestyle, money's, not really an object.
Oh, I always figured you were just buying more crumpets for the DM.
Exactly. Like pizza, only with money.
So we got a new shield and a new set of grenades. And I think that'll be it. We'll pick up basically right here next time. Thanks for joining us.
See ya.
So yeah.
Have a nice day, everyone.